Hello and welcome to Sportsbet Daily. Happy Friday, everybody. We head into the weekend. We're going to look at some tennis plays with Alex and Snize, and we're also going to be looking at finals day. We've got Women's World Cup finals, we've got Gold Cup finals, we have got Copa America finals, and so it is just a finals day on the final day of the week. So let us start. First of all, Snize, how are you doing? I haven't done a video with you for a little while. How's it been?
Hi, Nelly. Nice to have you back. Yeah, it's been a while. Alex has been filling in admirably. So it's nice to be back here. I've been good. London is calling. Wimbledon is here. Strawberries, tennis, heat. Just enjoying the life.
Yeah, nice. Good to enjoy life. How are you doing, Alex? I saw the score was 1-1. Morocco, Benin. Has it changed?
No, they went to extra time. I told you that you can never trust the African Cup of Nations, the African teams. You never know what to expect. What a superb group stage Morocco did, and look what they did now. It was about to be 2-0 for Benin, but the VAR in action there and refused them that goal. But yeah, I'm great. I'm waiting. Tomorrow I'm going in vacation. 7 days,
yes.
8 days. I don't know how many they are. And I'm very excited, so I'm preparing for vacation. This is my last show for till the week after the next week. So I'm really happy to be here and bring some cashing tips,
Yeah. Does that mean I'm not going to speak to you for an entire week? That's probably going to be the longest time I haven't spoken to you since I met you. Years ago.
No. We will speak. Don't worry about that. I'm not. I said that I will put my phone on
my right-hand man is going on holiday.
Not for the close ones,
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know. And then I'm going on holiday the week after, so it's very exciting. And it's nice. You're on a 3-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Holidays all around. Okay, so Wimbledon. Round 3. First of all, because obviously I've been watching from afar here, Corey Goff. What stir she has been causing? How is she looking right now? She's in play at the moment, I believe, against Polona. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. They're currently in a second set tiebreak. Herzog missed 2 match points earlier. So we'll have to see here if she can close this out, or if Coco can cause another big shock with a comeback.
Yeah. Do you think she can, or is this the end of the road just for now? Obviously, everyone is very exciting to see this sort of 15-year-old new tennis star emerging.
No, it's definitely not over. Right now it's 5-4 and on serve, so anything can happen. If she wins this tiebreak, I think she blows Herzog out of the water. She'll just collapse mentally from having those match points and not being able to close it out. But yeah, we'll see a lot from this 15-year-old in the future. Plays incredibly mature tennis, which is a treat to see. Kind of reminds me of a young Venus or Serena Williams.
Yes, exactly. All right, so we are going to start with, actually I was watching the video with Alex and Whale Kappa. Goes, let's start with the women because we love them. So we can start with so let's start with the women because we love women. Alex, what are you looking at for your round 3 plays?
First of all, I want to say that another shock defeat by Angelique Kerber, the defending champion. Laura Davis beat her in 3 sets. Shocking, very disappointing for me. After that, Wozniacki is out also from the competition. As we are speaking, Goff has a set point on Polona's serve, so we might see her in the next round where she will meet Simona Halep, who was absolutely amazing today against Azarenka. I must say that I was against Simona Halep against Azarenka. I took it at 2.3. Now after that the price went down to 2.0. I think that that was a great value for Azarenka, but Simona Halep was absolutely amazing, and when she was 3-1 down in the first set, She won the first set 6-3, and after that 6-1 in the second set. Absolutely pure magic from Simona Halep. Yeah, some interesting games in the third round and in the fourth round as we speak. We know already some matches from the fourth round, but from the third round, I prefer to go with an underdog here, Wang, to beat Elise Mertens. Wang absolutely amazing in her first two rounds against Zidansek and Lapko. Mertens, yes, she beat Niculescu with a bagel in the second round, but Niculescu was injured, so she couldn't play at her best level. So I'm going here with the underdog Wang at 2.37 with Bet365. After that, I have Belinda Bencic against a tough opponent, Alison Riske. Belinda Bencic is a huge favorite, priced at 1.47, but I will take her together with Kiki Bertens, who is priced at 1.46. So I will make a double bet here at 2.1. Very good, in my opinion, a great double between Kiki Bertens and Belinda Bencic. Also, I think that Julia Herges will take one set from Serena Williams. So I think that Julia at plus 1.5 sets at 1.65 represents some value on the women's side later on the stage.
Nice. Snize, what have you thought of Serena Williams' performance so far? Is she looking, obviously she's been a bit risky to play. Obviously, I noticed that Alex is not adding Serena Williams at the 1.51 into it. Is she still a little bit sort of risky to back at this point?
I would say she is risky to back still, but not because of injury this time. She's been injured almost all season, withdrawn from multiple tournaments, barely been able to get any matches in. She's told as much herself that the injury is much better now and that she can finally play like she's supposed to. But the game isn't there. She's still shaky, especially on serve. The most dominant serve in the women's game is not there. She's been having trouble serving out sets, serving out matches, missing a lot of first serves, making just uncharacteristic errors. So I would definitely still say that she's vulnerable right now, and if you want to bet against Serena Williams, now would be the time before she clicks into gear.
Okay. What bets are you looking at from third and fourth round there, Snize, that you think have got some good value for us?
So I'm starting with the match that Alex mentioned. It is Elise Mertens versus Qiang Wang. Both players have played great this tournament. They have not dropped a set, but I think this match goes the distance. All three head-to-head matches have gone to 3 sets. Mertens is the slightly better player to me, but Wang is the more natural grass courter. I can't really see anyone running away with this one, so I've played the match to go 3 sets at 2.37. And moving on to my next bet is the one in the Serena Williams match.
Okay.
And I've gone ahead and gone full on against her. I've played Julia Görges moneyline to win that match at 3.20. And like I said, I don't think that Serena Williams is playing her best tennis right now. And though her injury struggles are gone, she isn't the dominant force she is usually. And this is a semi-final rematch from last year where Görges had no chance. But I think that this time it will be different. She's in great form, the German, this year. She's 6-1 on grass. She went all the way to the final in Birmingham, where she lost to the best player in the world right now, which is Ashley Barty. And I think Serena is in trouble right now because she's not been consistent enough on serve, and Görges has ridiculous power on return and can pounce on that weakness. So I love the surprise in a revenge game from last year, and I'm going to go with it. And so I have actually 2 more bets. So a lot of bets from this round 3. And I'm going to go and target a match between Johanna Konta and Sloane Stephens. This pair met as recently as in Roland Garros, and Konta won that as an underdog quite convincingly. And I'm going to go ahead and back her again. It's the 4th time they're meeting each other this year, and Konta has won all 3 of them thus far. She's more at home on grass, like most Brits, than she is on clay. So that win was really surprising. Here, she's been pretty good in this grass court swing leading up to it. I think it's a very good matchup for her aggressive baseline game. She'll be able to push Stevens, move her around the court, and test her defense. And as long as Konta can be on the front foot, I always like her to win matches. So I've gone with -2.5 games at 1.74.
All right.
And so for my for my last bet, for the women, yes, I'll hurry up. I'm going with Kvitova, -5.5 games at 1.83. She wasn't sure she could play Wimbledon. She took an arm injury, but she's healthy now, and she's looked very, very dominant. She's mightily impressed in both dispatching Jabeur and Mladenovic in straight sets. She faces Magda Linette, who is in good form and a dangerous opponent, but she hasn't played any oppositions that has the power and proficiency that Kvitova has, so I think she runs through here.
All right, and I had a question. I had a question rather than like hurrying. No, it was a question that I had, and it was so obviously you're going for Julio Jorge's to win on the money line. You can get that around 2.8. And Alex, what was the price of your bet for Jorge's to win? It was to win a set.
Yes, 1.65.
1.65. Okay, cool. All right. So two ways of playing it. So no, that was just my question. It wasn't to hurry you up.
Sorry. I just wanted to say about Coco Gauff here that she won the second set. She won the second set against Polona Hercog. Yeah. What I admire here is the mentality and the strong capacity of getting over a losing point, a bad score at 15 years old. To have that, she was 6-3 down and 5-3 in the second set. Hercog missed 2 match points, and Coco Gauff won the tiebreak. This is absolutely. I don't think that we can see that on an experience at an experienced level of a player, like for example at Ostapenko or at Simona Halep from time to time, or at Belinda Bencic, to put another good example. Players who have the experience on their back and are not capable of mentally staying strong in the match and forget about the losing points and concentrate what is on from now on. So a 15-year-old girl who I think that is the first. I'm sure that she's at her first major to reach this level of play, and this mentality is absolutely amazing. And I really think that she will have a great career in front of her if she passes. But I'm sure that if she passes Polona Hercog, she will lose against Simona Halep in the next round.
Okay, cool. All right, and right now actually Simona Halep is. I'm actually looking at the in-play odds. So when we started filming, Corey Gauff was priced 9 to win. She's now 1.83. So those that were in-play betting could have got Corey Gauff at 9. Anyway, right now Simona Halep and Victoria Azarenka. Simona Halep 1.75.
No. That was an early match. It still appears on Odds Checker. But it's bad. The match finished. Simona Halep won Azarenka 6-3, 6-1 in a great match. Absolutely amazing. As I said at the beginning of the show, incredible comeback from 3-1 in the first set.
Yes. All right. Moving over to the men's because we also love men. What are you looking at? Start us off, Snize.
All right, so men's. There's been quite a few upsets.
Yes.
So you wouldn't feel as confident as you would usually be betting favorites. But I'm still gonna do it here. I've selected 3 people that I think can win their matches here. I've gone with Matteo Berrettini, Jan-Lennard Struff, and Sam Querrey, all to win their matches. That's available at 2.04. They should have too much for their opponents on the green stuff. All 3 have impressed this grass swing and in this tournament. And I can't see them going down against opponents who haven't had the toughest of draws. For example, they've been facing Isner's injured, a lot of clay quarters, not really the elite tier guys here. So I think those 3 should be getting through quite comfortably here. And for my second bet, which is the hammer play, is my first max bet, so to speak, of the tournament. I'm going to be betting Dan Evans minus 3.5 games at 180. He'll be facing Joao Sosa, and he's been previously at least known as a clay court specialist. But I think he's moving away from that now. He's been getting worse on clay. He hasn't had a good clay year for this year and last year, but he's getting better on hard court and grass. He went to the round of 16 in Halle, and he now produced a massive upset to beat Marin Cilic in straight sets, 3-0 in an error-prone match, though, from Cilic. He made 47-1 forced errors. Dan Evans, however, he's a different beast. He's been in imperious form since coming back from a drug ban. And his varied game and gorgeous movement is as made for grass. And he's already gone 14-2 on grass this year and has taken home 2 titles. So I'm expecting him to take another win here today, or tomorrow, sorry.
Cool. Is that it? That was quick.
That is it.
That's all you
Nothing
got?
more.
Away.
That was all right. That good selection of bets there. And Alex, over to you. Men's singles bets.
Just wanted to add here that you will see a lot from Snize next week. Snize and the Whale Capper will be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for Wimbledon. Monday for the quarterfinals, Wednesday for the semifinals, and of course Friday for the finals. On the men's side, yes, I love that Matteo Berrettini and Sam Querrey. Actually, I have them in my round 3 treble bets on oddsmarket.com if you want to take a look there. I also think that Sam Querrey can cover the minus 1.5 sets on the Asian handicap. This is what I went off with on the treble bets. Berrettini also the same thing. A very good price for an ACA bet at minus 1.5 sets at 1.58. But I still love that treble bet from Snize. What else I have here? Yes. Absolutely amazing match from Guido Peja against Kevin Anderson today. And he's a huge underdog against Raonic in the next round. So I think that he will win at least 1 set from Raonic. And I want to see the price because I wasn't able to find but I was able to find plus 5.5 games handicap at 1.71 for Guido Peja. And also, I think that we'll see over 3.5 sets in the match, which is priced at 1.8. Unbelievable price, in my opinion. I'm going also to stick in a Snize treble to make it a 4-bet ACA. Fabio Fonini against Sandgren there, Tennis Sandgren at Fabio Fonini at 1.33. So to increase a little bit our total odds for that treble bet. I really love Fabio Fonini. He's a special player in my book, and he should be able to take care of business against Sandgren there.
Nice. Snize, what do you think of that ACA bet? You were smiling. Do you like that one? Are you going to put a unit on that one?
Yeah, that was a good ACA, and I definitely like that one. Also, I realized I actually forgot a bet. That was why it went so quickly. I have one more bet for the men's. And I've played Nadal and Tsonga to go over 36.5 games at 1.87. It's Nadal again versus a big server. Kyrgios gave him a ton of trouble in that match. It was a real tough match. And Tsonga has been showing some really good form in this tournament here. And obviously tiebreaks are very likely. And I can't look past 3 or 4 long sets here with the former world number 5 usually pushing Nadal in their head-to-heads.
Yeah. All right, great stuff. So there's a rundown there, round 3 with a round 4. Just obviously for the purpose, we're going to clip this video, put it over on Odds Market YouTube channel. Are you able to quickly run through your bets? Start us off. Is that too much? Is that a no? All right, tell me your top 2 favorite then, Alex.
Okay, my top two favorite bets on the women's side are Kiki Bertens and Belinda Bencic to win their matches at 2.1. It's a double bet there. And Sam Curry minus 1.5 sets combined with Matteo Berrettini minus 1.5 sets again at 2.1, 2.2 depending on the bookies you have.
All right, Snice, what are your favorite two? You've got obviously your hammer bet. And
yeah, so bring out the British hammer, hashtag back the Brits. Dan Evans, minus 3.5 games at 180. That's my favorite bet on this card. And my second favorite bet is Petra Kvitova, minus 5.5 games at 1.83.
All right.
So cool. 2 beatdowns there we're looking at.
Nice. And yes, well, I'll see you next week. I'm excited. Alex will be working on his tan, working on relaxing. And we will cover Wimbledon there heading into week 2 with Whale Kappa. All right, thank you very much, boys. Alex, Snice, and we will see you very soon. I think Alex is going to stay on because he's going to preview some of the finals matches. But Snice, I'll see you on Monday.
Happy weekend, guys.
All right, there we go. And it's at Snize Master, isn't it? At Snize Master,
yes.
If you want to give him a follow on Twitter. I will just type that down in the comment section. I actually don't have the video open. I'm not seeing any of the comments. All right, so we are previewing, and I think I'm just going to check the order in which we are previewing these games. We are bringing up Martin Green.
What's that noise? Martin is...
That's Martin. I can see, yeah. That's it. Martin, do you know, Martin is on holiday. He's actually on holiday. I read
Really?
He's in Portugal. Somewhere in Portugal, I think.
Shame on you, Martin.
Well, we're all going on our holidays. Martin just beat us to the, Hello, Martin.
Hello. How's it going?
Good.
Hi, Martin.
How's Portugal? I thought
it's
you were at
very nice,
home.
thank you. Yeah, it's a great country. Very good footballers they have here.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I was going to say about Bernardo, are you able to visit Bernardo? But he's in Malta now, isn't he? So that doesn't...
Yes.
Yeah.
He's with our very good friend,
I think he's Porto as well. I'm closer to Lisbon, so big rivalry there. I'm in Benfica country.
Yeah, he's a Porto guy, yeah, right.
All right. So let me just bring up. The order in which we're doing this. Okay, so the order in which we're doing this, we're going to start with Copa America. So Copa America, let's bring up the notes. Copa America, third place, Argentina versus Chile. America playoffs, yes. Argentina 1.91, draw 3.75, and Chile 4.6. Obviously, Chile defending their title, they failed. Argentina not really had as good a tournament as maybe we would have thought. Again, Lionel Messi not performing as we thought. Start us off on this one, please, Martin.
Well, in the very first Copa America video we did, I suggested that Argentina would have a poor tournament because I just don't think they're very good in defence and in midfield, and so it has proved. They were second best throughout against Brazil, and they find themselves in the third place playoff deservedly. They lost to Colombia in the group stage. I just don't think they've been very dynamic or effective at moving the ball around throughout the entire tournament. They're the most lopsided team in world football, possibly ever. They've got Messi, Sergio Aguero up front, Martinez. Players like Paulo Dybala, Gonzalo Higuain can't even get in the team because they've just got such an embarrassment of attacking riches. But in midfield, they're pretty useless. At the back, they're terrible. And it's cost them dearly.
Yeah.
Chile looked like they were back to their best. They were playing some good football. Everyone thought they would saunter through to the final because they were looking really strong. But suffered a really bizarre 3-0 defeat against Peru, who had been poor throughout the tournament. Just goes to show that I think some of these players are a bit tired now. They've had a full club season, their legs are gone, and you're starting to get some freak shock results. We've just seen Morocco draw with the mighty Benin in 90 minutes in the Africa Cup of Nations. I think we are starting to see some odd results, and I'd maybe suggest keeping stakes a little bit low, especially when it's a third place playoff. I don't think either of these teams is particularly going to want to be there. Third place in Copa America doesn't mean a great deal to defending champions Chile or to a team like Argentina. They'd both rather just go on their holidays now. So I think we're going to see a pretty lackluster game, to be honest, between these two. No Argentina game has gone over 2.5 goals so far in this tournament. A couple of the Chile games have, but they drew a blank against Peru, which isn't exactly anything to write home about. That's pretty poor from them. So, yeah, I think we might see a bit of a dull, muted affair in this one. For that reason, I'm looking at under 2.5 goals at odds of 2.05.
Yeah, I certainly was looking at that trend, and interesting to see as well that you're staying away from Argentina. Yeah, the third place playoff is a little funny. It's like singing competitions and then they're voted off, but it's like, because obviously the public just don't think that they're good enough, but hey, stand up and give us one more song, it's kind of like, an off thing. So Argentina, Chile. Alex, are you playing the outright?
No, I would suggest even under 1.5 goals at 4.1. If you want to risk it a little bit more. I see a 1-0 type of game for either of the two teams, because anyone, also a draw. I would risk a small stake also on a draw at 3.5, because they have nothing to play it for here. Come on, exactly like you said about the song. I see that many of the players we already booked their tickets with the plane to go directly on holidays after that, and they will say to the referee, "Come on, don't give us some extra time here, because we want to leave. We want to catch that plane." So yeah, I don't know. I will stay away from this game if you ask me, but just to give a tip, yes, a draw game at 3.5, under 2.5 goals at under 2.5 goals right now, amazingly at 2.0. I don't know why the odds are drifting. Absolutely amazing odds for under 2.5 goals, yes.
All right. So, okay, on the same page here, a dull, drab, under 2.5 goal game, following trend. These boys, they've had a long season. They want to go on their holidays, and this is their final song they must sing before they get to go on holidays. All right, Brazil versus Peru now. So these two teams will be playing. Brazil, obviously, no surprise here that they're at the finals. They are hosts. Peru, obviously, it is a bit of a surprise, as Martin was saying. Obviously, the price really reflects that. Brazil, 1.32, draw 5.5, Peru, 13. Brazil have just been dominating, great with defence, great with going forward. Do you, whether Peru will even have the chances to be able to score? Alex, start us off here with the finals.
Brazil destroyed Peru in the group stage, beating them 5-0. After that, incredibly for me, Peru bounced back, and after heavy criticism from their media, from the Peruvian media, they were able to knock out Uruguay, and after that to pull off a huge upset, beating Chile 3-0 with 3 shots on target. They were efficient 100% there. Chile dominated the match, but Peru really deserved this win because they had a very good defense. They were very good not giving spaces to their opponents, and I think that they deserve their place in the final.
Yeah.
I see a final. Also, there were many problems with the referees in Brazil's matches, most of all. Also, Messi declared at the end of the match against Brazil that the referee was with Brazil, and they had 2 clear penalties that the VAR didn't give, and so on. So, yeah, it was a clear penalty, one of them for sure. And I don't understand how it's possible the VAR not to interfere there and give a penalty. But the Brazilian players are playing on their turf. Brazil are hosts, and they will win this match. I don't expect another 5-0 win like in the group stage. So I'm going Brazil and under 3.5 goals. goals in the match. Martin's classic there at 1.8 right now, but when I wrote the article, it was at 1.91. So a little drop there, but I still I still think that there is plenty of value on that for that market.
Yeah, completely agree as well. Martin, what do you like here?
Yeah, it looks like mission impossible for Peru in this game. It's going to be a massive final for Brazil. They're in the iconic Maracana Stadium. Echo everything Alex just said earlier. These teams met in the group stage. Brazilians picked up a resounding 5-0 victory. They were on fire and Peru were thoroughly humiliated. They have had a bit of an up and down tournament. Brazil, they were booed off the pitch after a listless draw with Venezuela in their second game. But yeah, they thrashed Peru. They weren't particularly convincing against Paraguay. They could only draw 0-0, scraped through on penalties. But yeah, they looked strong against Argentina. I think they know that this trophy is within their grasp now. They just have to stay composed in order to see the job through. Peru, I'm very surprised to see them in the final. Don't rate them particularly highly. If you look at the quality of the players in their squad, don't think a single one of them would get into the Brazil squad. They've got a bit of experience, but they did well to beat Chile. But I think Chile had an off day. They had 66% of the possession. They were raining shots down on the Peru goal. They just couldn't find a breakthrough, and they had a few lapses at the back. But Brazil are a far better side than Chile, and on home soil, I think they'll see this one out pretty comfortably. 2-0 win against Argentina in the last round. I think they can pull off a sort of a similar feat here. Same page. Brazil and under 3.5 goals at odds of 1.8.
1.8.
And just wanted to add something. Alisson is the first keeper in the history, Liverpool's goalkeeper and Brazil's goalkeeper, to win the best goalkeeper award in 3 different competitions during the same season. Premier League, Champions League, and Copa America. And Brazil entered this match on the back of 7 clean sheets in a row across all competitions.
Yeah, I'm on the same page as you boys. Brazil and the under 3.5 goals. I found odds of 1.91. All right, final game here we're going to preview is Mexico versus USA, Gold Cup final of 2019. I was actually interviewed by Forbes for an article that they were writing for Mexico versus USA of my thoughts. So when it's published, I know.
Whoa!
I know.
Well, just,
and they wanted to speak with Natalie from Odds Market. So I was like, sure.
Magazine's one of those billionaires, Natalie. I'm sure. just a couple more years of all the picks and you'll be a cover star.
I said, look, you're more than welcome to talk to me. I said, but, you should be speaking to the real pros. I was Martin and Alex, and they were like, next time. But Natalie, we want to speak with you. So I was like, okay. So I messaged Martin. I'm like, right, Martin, these are my picks. I'm just checking. I don't want to give Odds Market a bad name here. So, all right. Mexico 2.3, draw 3.3, and USA 3.5. So I was actually, I am liking USA, although I didn't say this on the Forbes because Martin was liking Mexico. So I was a bit like, I don't like going head-to-head with Martin on this one. We did obviously have some other agreements with looking at the goals market. So I sort of steered my ship towards that direction. But I sort of say I do like USA for the purpose of this video, and I'm not on Forbes anymore. So, Alex, where do you stand on the outrights?
I'm seeing a draw match. I'm in the middle, yes, I'm seeing a draw match. I will not bet the winner's market, so I will stay away from the winner's market totally. Mexico struggled with Haiti, but Haiti was the surprise package of this competition. They were very impressive, to be honest. They were few minutes away from pulling off a huge upset by qualifying in the final there. USA look better and better with every match.
Yes.
I don't know what to say. This is why I'm expecting they are on their turf that they might have a 10% advantage there because they are playing in Chicago in Soldiers Field. So it will be fully packed with American people. And after this 4th of July, they have their women's team in the final of the Women's World Cup. They have USA in the final of the Gold Cup. Okay, USA are still not a good international team, but let's give them credit for reaching the finals in both competitions. I'm seeing a draw match. I'm going to place a small stake at 3.05, but my top tip is both teams to score at 1.9. No, actually 2.0 with Betfair.
Yes.
I really think that both teams can find the back of the net. They have the necessary weapons. They are good going forward. They scored in almost every match in this competition. And between them, in their history, they have they have exciting matches. So both teams to score for me at 2.0.
Well, we are on agreement because that is a bet. Although obviously we've seen stellar defense here, predominantly from USA. That it obviously does give you a bit of doubt. But Mexico are very strong going forward. That was one that we did agree on. Was both teams to score with Martin when I chatted with him. In fact, I also messaged you, Alex, but you were in bed. I think I was like, are you there? And you're like, and then I got the message this morning. Sorry, I was sleeping. But yeah, to be honest with you, on the outrights, I was looking to take USA draw no bet because there is still some value. If you think, if you like Mexico draw no bet, it's a little less, like at 1.53, but we do seem to be split on the outrights, which sometimes in previous time has showed that it's when we're split, actually, I think generally it is a draw. So tread carefully on that one. But both teams to score, we seem quite unanimous on. Martin, what is your official bet for this match?
It's a really difficult match to approach from a betting perspective. They are the best two teams in the tournament. I do think that Mexico are the better team. They've got better players in every department, apart from Christian Pulisic, who I rate very highly as a very good playmaker for the USA. I think Mexico are far stronger technically. They've actually left behind a lot of big players. You know, Herving Lozano's not there, Chicharito's not playing, Hector Herrera's not there. But they've got a very strong domestic league, Liga MX, and they've got some good attacking talent. Raul Jimenez of Wolves has been on fire up front for Mexico throughout the tournament. I think on a neutral soil they would win this. Yeah, they are going to benefit from strong home support in Chicago, the Americans. So that could sort of swing things a little bit more in their favour. But then again, there's a huge Mexican population in the USA as well. So
yeah,
I'm sure there'll be a fair few people cheering on El Tri in the stands. I'm not going to go too heavy on my stakes here because I think it will be quite a close game. But I think at odds of, is it 2.3?
2.12.
Yeah, odds of 2.3, I'm going to go for Mexico just to win. Not a huge stake, but I think they can pull it off. I think they've been a bit lackluster in their last two games. The results haven't been great, but they've scraped through, and I can see them raising their game here. It's the first time these teams have played each other in the final of this tournament in 8 years. Last time they did it was a cracking game. Mexico won 4-2. Since then, America won it twice and Mexico won it once in between. Jamaica have been in the final the last couple of times, but good to see the two best teams in the pool actually playing each other in the final for a change. And I think Mexico can shade it. Another bet that I like the look of is second half to be the highest scoring half. That has come off in, I think, 9 out of their 12 games combined so far in this tournament. So I think we can see a pretty slow, edgy sort of opening half. And then it could sort of get a bit more interesting after the break. So odds of 2.2 on the second half to be the highest scoring one. I think that is interesting too.
Very nice. And both teams to score, would you make that an official play? Sounded a bit sure yesterday.
I was, yeah,
wavering.
maybe. I think USA didn't concede a goal, obviously, but I can see Mexico scoring against them. Yeah, I think USA can get on target as well. I could go for both teams to score, but I prefer that second half highest scoring half, to be honest. But yeah, I could see both teams getting on the score sheet here.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Yeah, my official play is both teams to score. All right, great stuff. So that wraps up their previewing the 3 videos. You can see EJ there waiting in the wings. It is the finals. So, all right, guys, thank you very much, Martin and Alex. I will see you soon. African Cup of Nations, Martin. African Cup of Nations. See you next week. Alex will be sunning himself. We will be covering African Cup of Nations quarterfinals.
Yay!
Yes. All right. Cheers, guys. I'll see. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you. Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. Gonna end with a bang now. EJ is here. We've got no whale capper because he's out trekking in the woods with no signal. But I know EJ has it covered. Yeah.
Captain over there.
Yeah.
Ciao. Buonasera.
I'm excited. Obviously, I'm a little bit sad that England lost to USA. They did put up a really good fight, but so I'm half English and half Swedish, and so England and Sweden play each other, which is quite interesting. And then obviously the finals, USA versus Netherlands, with Whale Capper obviously holding a ticket on both of those to win on the Arrow. So he is in a very good position right now. All right, so the match for third place. Now we were just talking about Copa America third place. It's sort of like consolation prize. It's like, so the first question is, how much?
Why? Right.
Well, why? Yeah, it's a little
exactly. Why? Who cares? And what's it for? You know what? This third place match I think is the toughest of all of them. What we saw. Wait a minute. Let's just back up. Okay, it's 2-1. That. You're an England fan, not you necessarily. I'm just saying in general. It's 2-1. That you get a chance from the spot to tie the match. Who are you putting on that kick? Who are you putting on that kick? If Phil Neville, if he even goes home, I hope that people don't just start throwing rocks at the man. What are you doing? Not letting number 18 finish what she came here to do. Did you see how crushed she was? That girl was crying with 3 minutes left in the match. She was crying walking off that pitch. She was crushed. Yeah. I was crushed for her. Yeah. Like, what is number 18 not doing taking that kick? I'm sorry. Now you want to handicap a game with who's he going to put out there now? I can't trust him to do a damn thing right. I saw what's his name's post, Martin's post about taking England to do this and do that. But how can you trust that right now? You can't. I personally would never put a dime on a third place match, especially between these two after how crushed they were. Sweden just played the whole $120. You know they're exhausted and just not only mentally not there now, but physically not there now either. They'll get Ralph back. Okay, she'll probably play. But who's going to play with her too? What's Gerhardt's going to put his whole club out there and be like, all right, girls, we got this third place trophy. What trophy? No, there's no trophy. What are you playing for? What are you playing for? I think they're playing for like $100 coupon to go down to Paris and get their nails done, and you get to wear a hat, and they give you a little statue of the Eiffel Tower. Thanks for playing. All right, get out of here. No, I can't handicap third place. No thanks. No, who cares? Do you care? Does anyone care? I don't think Neville's gonna put a team out there that's gonna. He wants to put everyone out there. He's played everybody already. So he might even put his third goalkeeper out there because she hasn't even seen any time yet. I know he wants to put everybody out there. Who's going to go out there? You're going to put Ellen White out there in this game? How do you even approach it, Nat? How do you approach your players right now? Do you go into them one by one and say, you know what, listen, we failed. I got it. You're crushed. Should we go in a one-on-one room and just be like, all right, what are you playing for? Does this matter to you? Do you want to start, or do you go to your 11 starters and say, all right, what does it mean to you guys? Because I get you don't care. Because I don't really care either anymore. It's a tricky situation. Third place means nothing to me, so I can't imagine what it would mean to anybody else.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
there are obviously this is we saw England obviously put up a fantastic fight up against USA.
Yeah.
Now I know that they are going to be crushed. I am looking at White to score any time, 2.5 as a possible bet. I do think that they are going to score. Both teams are. I just don't think that they're going to go down without a fight, not for third place. But I do agree with what you're saying. It's very hard to cap a match for third place. But I do think there's some value there in the England win. You can get obviously at 1.8. But
Yeah, I
you,
saw the
you
both
ain't
teams to score
betting
prop
a
was way
single
up there too.
dime.
Nat, the line setters expect both teams to score and kind of go out there and just kind of be loose. But Nat, you know what? If it was nothing, I would just say, you know what? I get it. They didn't really care. And if it's 4-4, I'm going to be like, you know what? I get it. There was nothing to really play for. Why not? So you know what? With not really knowing which way this match could go either way, yeah, you can't put your hard-earned money on it. Like, you know what? Go, put $5 on it and say yay. But I'm leaving it alone.
All right. Well, I do know a match that you will be playing.
Yeah.
USA versus Netherlands. Drum roll.
Oh,
what a
7
tournament.
games.
And I think that the rightful people, although England, it would have been nicer than England do, but the rightful teams are in the, where they should be. USA, though, they really have, they've been strong all tournament, guns blazing, a lot of passion. USA 1.45, draw 4.75, Netherlands 8.5. They've been scoring goals for fun. They've been a pleasure to watch, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So we predicted goals, didn't we? We were both teams to score. That both teams to score bet came in like really quick in the USA England game. So that was really nice. And then you just sit back and watch the rest of the game. I'm sort of liking goals in this one as well, EJ.
I'm with you. That first half over one is sitting there with a pretty decent price too. We know how we talked about the Netherlands like to slow it down and kind of play possession and play keep away. But good luck doing that against us. No chance. You're not going to slow down the United States. Obviously, they want to determine their own pace. You can try and play keep away against the United States all you want. Good luck with that. It's just not going to happen. That first half over won that. And I played the first half, both teams to score in that England-USA match too at that ridiculously gaudy, beautiful price. And I might just do it again here too. Did you see that the price for the both teams to score is 5.5? 5.5 for a 1-1 first half.
The whole of them?
Excuse me?
But what, just the both teams to score bet?
Both teams to score in the first half is 5.50.
In the first half, okay, cool. I was like, woohoo, I've never seen the both teams to score bet ever break that in the first half.
How you doing? Yeah.
I gotcha.
You got me all right. You got to be kidding me. So yeah, that first half over one, and the both teams to score in the first half when it's 1-1. 1 ticket, 2 tickets. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, man, I like the both teams to score anyway. It's 2.10.
Yeah. All right.
Even better than even money, just if it's a 1-1 match full time. All righty. Yeah. USA is not going to shut them down. Obviously, Miss Nair had her moment, shutting down that penalty kick to give it, help the USA to maintain that. But still, wrong person out there taking that kick. I'm sorry. That should be 2-2, and we should be talking about an entirely different match right now, Nat. Man, I really hope that White goes out there and actually plays. I hope she has anything to play for. That's scary. It's scary. Like I said, that other match is scary. But yeah, and the over 2.5. There's value there too. I mean, there's some value there too. It's minus 120 or 1.80, 1.75 at some sites too. I don't know, the value starts to diminish with the over 2.5 there on that USA match.
Yeah,
but, man, it does. It starts to diminish.
I found something that
Hit me.
Yeah,
Hit me.
I did. I found something. I think it's an awesome bet. Now, obviously, we've seen USA and flex their defense muscles, but then obviously in round 16, obviously they conceded a goal a match. He's blown away.
He's gone. He no longer exists.
The suspense of my bet just through. USA to win and over 1.5 goals at 1.8. So basically, I don't need to count for Netherlands' goal because I think that USA can win this 2-0. I'm not saying that they won't score because I definitely do like both teams to score as well. I just don't need them to score for my bet to come in. So I really like that. USA to win and the over 1.5 goals at 1.8. I'd even then look to combine it with the over 2.5 goals. Why not? That is where I'm starting at the 1.8. It's almost even money. I'm literally almost doubling my just for like a 2-0 USA win. I think that is tremendous.
No Netherlands goal. How do you not see a Netherlands goal?
No, but I do though. I do. I just like the fact that my bet doesn't have to factor it in. That's all.
What do the corner people out there think? I know there's a lot of people who love to play those corner props too. And after seeing what Sweden did to Holland, how many corners and set pieces did they take and not finish, even come close to? If you give the USA even half of those opportunities, oh. And obviously the concern for Rapinoe, hamstring. That was strange. That was a strange announcement to just have it. Not really. No one knew what was happening there. She's just out. And we'll let you know maybe during halftime or after the match what's happening with her. Like, what? That's like the face of this team right now, and you just leave her off and don't even let anybody know what's happening. That was extremely strange to me, Nat. And then, but I assume that now she's been rested, she'll be back. But even look at what Kristen did. First goal, 1-0 USA because of her replacement. So, all right, what are you losing? That's the whole part. Where Jill has so much depth on her squad. Okay, Megan can't go. You know what? We'll throw Kristen out there. All right, 1-0 USA. That's wow. So it's, and you know the USA loves to press early. How many goals have they scored in the first 15 minutes besides all of them? Oh my goodness. So you know I don't see the USA stopping their momentum or their approach for this match. Get the goal early.
Yeah, no,
go from there,
and
then we'll see how everything plays out. I mean, that's what their approach has been so far.
Yeah, and I like that as well. The over one goal in the first half. Very quick question: what is around your neck, or is it a print on your? Is it?
Oh, come on! It's garlic bling. It's just a T-shirt.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, is that garlic? And I was like, I'm trying to like see like
you
a
gotta
better
keep all the spirits
looking
away.
like
When you're doing a show, you want to make sure you keep all the stuff away.
That's what I was thinking.
I was going to hang it in front of me, just dangling some garlic in front of me, but I didn't think it would be right to go on the air like that.
Seeing if I can get a better angle, and I'm like, okay, it's garlic. Okay, cool. That was distracting me. Okay, so let us wrap up.
But Matt, hold on. What about corners? The corner prop, I see the USA is like 6.5 corner props, and the Netherlands corner prop is only 3.5. With the whole total being 10 for the game for corners on that match too. How many people do not expect a few shots to go here? But the Netherlands are not going to play that possession game again. They're not going to be able to. And I think they're going to be taking their chances as well. I expect a lot of corner bettors out there to be putting in some action on these corner totals to come in as well at 6.5 and 3.5 and then the 10 overall. Seems like a reasonable bet to me. At 10 corners, what, Sweden took 40 of them? Okay. You know?
All right. So yeah, USA to win and the over 1.5 goals. We've got Martin Green here. He's saying as well. He's saying Americans to win the tournament comfortably. And so my official play is USA to win and the over 1.5 goals. Absolutely not surprised if Netherlands scores. I think we're going to see goals in this game. I think it's going to be fun and entertaining, and I cannot wait to watch it.
Yeah.
EJ, what are you going for as your official plays?
Well, you know what? Just to bust Trump's ass, and because he's being such a, make America great again, but you have the greatest soccer team in the country and in the world, and you don't want to be as supportive of them, huh? That bonehead. You know what, man? I hope the USA, I hope they don't go to Washington. I hope they don't have a parade anywhere near that place. And I hope that each girl gets a little mini parade in all of their hometowns, even for just a day, to trot around with that trophy just to spite that dude. So, man, you know what? I have the USA to win it. That's just to embed their historic, my goodness. I mean, how they're going to go down as the best soccer team that women's have ever seen, that. And it's going to be hard to argue if they take this title again. I mean, where do you go from there? Best ever, dynasty, whatever you want to call it. It's amazing to watch. It's amazing to be a part of. We're watching history. So, yeah, you kind of have to go for them. But at point, I imagine a ton of people would see that 8.0 and that, and the Netherlands has no chance. Did you see the +1 is only even money, though? So they give you no chance to win, but they'll put the +1 at even money. That one kind of threw me off, too. I mean, a lot of people probably thought, well, I might get that +1.5 at a decent price then. But no, you won't. So that kind of stunk, too. It kind of took away the flair of getting that +1.5 and maybe in a combo, because that's up there, too, even. Like you were talking about, maybe that over 2.5 in a combo with that. Maybe that makes some sense too, because there's a little bit of value there because they're both kind of juiced up a little bit. But man, I obviously like putting combos together with a little juice and kind of take all that juice away, because no one likes to drink juice. Let's just chop a can of it. But anyway, Nat, thanks for having me all throughout the tournament. And man, this was a blast. So much fun. I appreciate it.
Yeah, me too as well. So Shane Welcome here. He did say, I asked him, I said, what are your tips? He's like USA, and he is liking goals. I think he even, let me just quickly pull up.
He has that, doesn't he have that flyer on the Dutch too to win this thing somewhere? I remember him mentioning it too, though. So I'm sure somewhere he's like, you know what? I don't care.
No, well, exactly. Yeah, no, he holds both futures.
Yeah.
No, what did he say?
That's awesome.
Yeah, he sells. I asked him for his bets. I think he even said like the over 3 point. Oh, here we go. He says, I'm hustling on my hike, but I don't think I'll be back by, that was because we were in a film yesterday. He goes, USA and the over. He goes, I think we'll see a 3-1 or a 3-2 kind of game. I would say that's a little over what I would think on the goals market. Maybe more like 3, maybe 3, 2-1, 3-1.
It all works. It all cashes our tickets. I hope they come early.
USA to win and the over 1.5 goals is my official play. I'm very excited, and it's been so much fun covering this tournament with EJ and Will.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, and we'll speak soon. All right, guys, thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend. Do remember, bet responsibly. We've got some sort of like quieter weeks as we start preparing for the new season, and we're already starting our plans. I'm speaking with Martin and Alex and the content team, and it's all really exciting, actually. So you will see that soon. We're going to be previewing a lot more. We're going more in depth into also the regular leagues as well, covering games. So very excited about that one. But next week we have got Africa Cup of Nations, quarterfinals, semis and finals, and also Wimbledon second week as well. And then I think the following week is when we start looking at the futures for the new regular season. All right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. Speak soon, and take care. See you next week.